Why are 99% of women irresistibly drawn to a certain kind of man who isn't even rich? It's not just about looks or money, it's something far deeper that you can master. The ancient Stoics, through their timeless philosophies, understood the psychology of attraction long before our modern age. They knew what truly makes a man captivating. If you want to uncover the secrets behind this allure and see why most women chase men who embody these traits, stay with me until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments. Chapter 1: The Allure of the Unavailable Man. One of the most compelling qualities in a man is his unavailability. While it may sound counterintuitive, women are often drawn to men who aren't readily accessible. Why is this? It all comes down to basic human psychology and the fundamental concept of value. We're naturally wired to desire and cherish things that feel rare or exclusive. This phenomenon aligns closely with the scarcity principle, a well-known psychological concept that suggests people place a higher value on things that are limited or challenging to attain. Men who are constantly available, who respond instantly to every call or text, can unintentionally signal a lack of independence or self-worth. This, in turn, reduces the allure they may have initially had. Being unavailable doesn't mean playing games or intentionally acting cold. Instead, it's about genuinely having your own life, your own passions, and interests that you prioritize over the need for constant validation or connection with someone else. This approach naturally cultivates a sense of independence and depth, which is highly attractive. In fact, the Stoics, ancient philosophers known for their wisdom on resilience and self-mastery, were experts at living life on their own terms. They didn't concern themselves with external approval or validation, and instead, they prioritized aligning their actions with their own values and principles. By embracing this mindset, they achieved a level of personal freedom and integrity that others found deeply admirable. When you embody this same self-respect and independence, you become innately more attractive to those around you. What makes this kind of unavailability even more alluring is the subtle invitation to curiosity. Women may begin to wonder why you're so confident, what keeps you so self-assured, and what gives you this rare sense of contentment. It piques their interest in a way that superficial attributes like wealth or social status simply cannot replicate. This attraction isn't born from game-playing or indifference, but from demonstrating a life that is full and satisfying on its own. A man who can walk away from a situation or a person if it doesn't align with his principles holds a unique allure, one that resonates deeply because it reflects strength of character. This quiet, unspoken self-assurance makes a lasting impression and leaves women wanting to know more. A significant aspect of this allure is the way it subtly communicates that your time and energy are valuable. You're not freely giving yourself to everyone and everything. Rather, you're selective, careful about whom you let into your life and how you spend your time. This selectivity isn't a rejection of connection, but a refined sense of what adds value to your life. When you don't immediately respond to every message or jump at every opportunity to engage, it creates a dynamic of anticipation. She begins to notice that your attention is something earned rather than something given freely, and this scarcity naturally increases its perceived worth. It's about signaling that you have high standards for how you invest your time and that you're committed to maintaining a life that's fulfilling, with or without her presence. Furthermore, when a man demonstrates his unattached to external approval, it reflects an inner sense of purpose that is deeply magnetic. Women are often drawn to men who exude a quiet sense of security, a calm confidence that doesn't rely on others for validation. When you embody this attitude, you showcase that you're complete on your own and that any relationship you enter is a choice, not a necessity. This foundation of self-sufficiency is powerful because it sets the stage for a relationship that's based on mutual respect rather than dependency. The truth is, no one wants to feel like they're completing someone else. Rather, they want to feel like they're joining a person who's already whole. The allure of the unavailable man doesn't lie in neglecting someone or creating distance for the sake of manipulation. It's rooted in the understanding that a man with a meaningful, purpose-driven life brings a unique value to any relationship. This man isn't looking for someone to fill a void or validate his existence. Instead, he's open to sharing his life with someone who genuinely appreciates his essence and aligns with his journey. When you approach relationships from this standpoint, you're no longer playing by the conventional rules. Instead, you're setting a standard of authenticity and independence that elevates the connection. Ultimately, unavailability in this sense isn't about withholding attention or affection. It's about letting your actions reflect your priorities and showing that you value yourself and your journey. This aura of self-assuredness and purpose invites a level of intrigue and admiration that goes far beyond superficial qualities. By being a man who lives according to his own principles, who doesn't compromise on his values, and who sees relationships as an enhancement rather than a necessity, you cultivate a kind of attraction that is deep, genuine, and enduring. Chapter 2: Understanding Women's Desires. Contrary to common stereotypes, most women aren't primarily interested in wealth or flashy material success. While society often emphasizes the importance of financial status, in reality, many women find emotional intelligence, confidence, and genuine authenticity far more compelling than a hefty bank account. Studies on attraction and relationships reveal that qualities such as empathy, emotional availability, and resilience in a partner often hold much more weight than material wealth. This becomes particularly clear when we consider global wealth distribution, which shows that only a small fraction of men reach the level of multimillionaires. Yet, the vast majority of women don't choose partners based on financial excess alone. So, what truly draws them in? The answer lies in the deeper, often overlooked qualities that women genuinely desire: a sense of connection that feels real, fulfilling, and emotionally engaging. While financial security can certainly be appealing, it's the way a man makes a woman feel that often leaves a lasting impression. Emotional intelligence, knowing how to read and respond to emotions, combined with an authentic sense of self, creates a kind of magnetic pull. Women are drawn to men who can show empathy, actively listen, and understand their partner's feelings and perspectives. These qualities foster a sense of security and closeness that goes far beyond superficial displays of success. This is where the timeless principles of Stoicism come into play. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca believed that true richness comes not from external wealth, but from internal virtues and resilience. They taught that a man who understands his intrinsic worth, who can face life's adversities with calmness and composure, possesses a strength that is infinitely more valuable than fleeting riches. In essence, they argued that internal stability and emotional maturity are worth far more than any material assets. Stoic teachings encourage men to cultivate qualities like self-discipline, patience, and kindness, traits that naturally foster a deeper connection and sense of trust in relationships. When you understand these desires and prioritize personal growth, you shift your approach to relationships in a powerful way. Instead of feeling pressure to impress others with what you own or to fit into societal expectations, you focus on building genuine connections. It's about being present, attentive, and compassionate while also maintaining your independence. This balance is key. A man who is emotionally available yet retains his individuality becomes far more attractive than one who relies on material possessions to draw attention. Women appreciate a partner who respects their space, engages in meaningful conversations, and shows up with authenticity. Furthermore, embracing emotional depth and stability makes you a rare find, a partner who stands out in a world where surface-level traits are often overemphasized. This doesn't mean dismissing the importance of financial responsibility, but rather putting greater value on character, emotional presence, and shared experiences. A man with a steady sense of self and purpose, who is not easily swayed by external pressures, naturally projects confidence. This quiet confidence speaks volumes and draws others in, often more effectively than any display of wealth could. Emotional intelligence, the ability to connect on a deep, empathetic level, demonstrates that you're attuned not only to your own needs and values, but also to those of your partner. When you're able to listen actively, acknowledge her perspective, and offer understanding, it strengthens the relationship's foundation. A man who can create this kind of emotional security becomes someone a woman genuinely wants to pursue and invest in. This creates a dynamic of mutual respect and appreciation, where the focus shifts from material expectations to a shared journey of growth and connection. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate inner peace and resilience, finding strength within rather than relying on external validations. When a man lives by these principles, he exhibits a sense of calm that makes him approachable and trustworthy. He doesn't react impulsively or get swept up in external chaos. Instead, he remains steady and grounded, providing a comforting presence that many find irresistible. This emotional strength resonates on a deeper level, making him someone a woman can trust and rely on. Finally, understanding women's desires through this lens transforms not just how you approach relationships, but how you approach life. By focusing on self-awareness, emotional growth, and independence, you create an aura that's naturally magnetic. This mindset encourages you to be honest, respectful, and open to authentic experiences rather than seeking validation through superficial means. When a man aligns with his values and approaches relationships from a place of genuine interest and stability, he becomes truly desirable, a partner that women not only want to be with, but are willing to chase. In a world where fleeting attractions are common, being a man of depth and emotional awareness makes you stand out. Women are drawn to men who can offer something beyond the ordinary, a partnership where both can grow and feel valued. By prioritizing emotional connection and embodying Stoic principles, you not only attract women, but also cultivate lasting, meaningful relationships. The key isn't to chase admiration, but to become the kind of person who attracts it effortlessly. Chapter 3: The Psychology Behind Unavailability. What is it that makes unavailability so captivating? The psychology behind this concept is both simple and profound. People naturally place a higher value on things that require effort to obtain. When something or someone is always readily accessible, it often loses its allure. There's a reason why we tend to appreciate what we have to work for more than what is given freely. This is the foundation of the art of being slightly unattainable. It taps into a basic human desire for challenge, mystery, and discovery. The mind craves the thrill of pursuit, the sense that something valuable is worth earning, and this intrigue fuels a much deeper attraction. The idea of unavailability isn't about playing games or acting aloof for the sake of it. It's about recognizing and harnessing the value of your own time, energy, and attention. When you're selective with how and when you engage, it communicates that you view yourself and your life as worth protecting and prioritizing. This, in turn, makes others see you as someone who holds a certain level of mystery and self-respect. A man who is slightly unavailable is seen as someone who is confident and independent. He doesn't seek validation from others because he is fulfilled within himself. This independence creates an appealing air of mystery and magnetism. There are several ways a man can practice unavailability, each adding its own layer of intrigue. First, there's emotional unavailability, not in the sense of being cold or closed off, but by not sharing every detail about yourself right away. When you leave room for curiosity, you create a space where someone else wants to know more about who you are, encouraging her to engage more deeply in discovering you. Another form of unavailability is physical, being genuinely busy and not always reachable, even in the age of constant digital connectivity. This could mean not replying instantly to messages or declining to be at someone's beck and call. These moments of distance create a sense of scarcity, a small but powerful hint that you have your own priorities and a life filled with purpose. This sense of controlled unavailability aligns with principles in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics were masters of emotional resilience and self-discipline, teaching that true strength comes from within and that one should never act on impulse or be overly eager to seek approval from others. Instead, they emphasized living by one's own values, not allowing external factors to dictate one's actions. This quiet strength and self-control naturally build an aura of dignity and mystery. When you practice controlled unavailability, you're embodying a similar mindset, signaling that you're thoughtful and intentional with how you invest your time and attention. This draws people to you without you needing to actively pursue or seek their approval. Maintaining this balance, being present but preserving your own space, creates a unique dynamic that invites curiosity and intrigue. When you're not always available, it subtly shifts the dynamic, encouraging her to make an effort to be around you or initiate contact. People tend to appreciate and value the presence of someone they don't always have easy access to. When she knows that your attention and time are given deliberately and not on demand, it makes those moments spent together feel more significant. This shift in dynamic places you in a position of strength where you are no longer seeking or chasing, but instead attracting interest naturally. Unavailability also speaks to a deeper psychological principle. People are more inclined to pursue what they feel might be just out of reach. When a person senses that there's something unique and valuable they have yet to fully experience or understand about you, it sparks an internal drive to seek you out. This desire for a challenge creates a more profound engagement in interactions because, subconsciously, she realizes she has to make an effort to connect. It keeps things exciting, as there's always something more to uncover, and it keeps the relationship dynamic rather than predictable. However, it's essential to remember that unavailability doesn't mean complete detachment or ignoring her efforts to reach out. It's about having a healthy balance, where you show genuine interest and affection without becoming overly accessible or sacrificing your own priorities. When done authentically, this approach cultivates respect and admiration. She'll see you as someone who values himself and won't easily give up his time or attention, which reinforces her desire to be part of your life. By establishing this balance, you foster an atmosphere where mutual effort is required. Rather than taking your attention for granted, she finds herself initiating contact, making plans, and investing in the relationship. This dynamic encourages a healthy exchange, where both parties bring something meaningful to the table. Unavailability, when used mindfully, is a powerful tool that keeps both individuals engaged, allowing the relationship to develop in a balanced way. To sum it up, unavailability is not about manipulation. It's about nurturing a healthy sense of self-worth and respecting your own space and time. When you allow a bit of mystery to exist, you give others the opportunity to appreciate you for who you are rather than constantly seeking their approval. This doesn't just make you more attractive, but also builds the foundation for a deeper, more genuine connection. By being slightly unattainable and valuing your own life and pursuits, you create a dynamic where she sees you as a man worth knowing, a man with depth, independence, and a self-assured strength that invites respect and admiration. Chapter 4: The Power of Mystery and Independence. The power of mystery cannot be overstated when it comes to attraction. When a man retains a bit of privacy and chooses not to reveal everything upfront, he naturally piques a woman's curiosity. This isn't about being secretive or withholding information for the sake of it. Rather, it's about creating an authentic aura of mystery by living a life that doesn't revolve around anyone else. When you have your own passions, goals, and interests, you cultivate an independent spirit that others find captivating. Women are drawn to men who are content in their own company and aren't reliant on external validation to feel complete. This independence signals confidence and strength, two qualities that are undeniably attractive. When a man has a rich inner world, one that includes a variety of hobbies, interests, and aspirations, it conveys that he is self-sufficient and content with who he is. This sense of independence shows that you're not waiting around for someone else to provide happiness or meaning to your life. By prioritizing your own goals and interests, you demonstrate that you are driven and focused, qualities that many find intriguing. Women are more likely to be drawn to someone who is fully engaged in their own life, as it suggests that you bring depth and purpose to any relationship without being overly dependent on it for fulfillment. Stoic philosophy offers timeless insights into this approach. Stoics teach that the only approval that matters is your own, and that living in alignment with your principles is the path to true contentment. Epictetus, for example, emphasized the value of inner harmony over the fleeting opinions of others. When you embody this mindset, you project a calm, quiet confidence that is magnetic. You're not swayed by external pressures or seeking validation from others, and this stability invites intrigue. When a woman sees that you are unwavering in your sense of self and that you live with purpose and focus, she begins to wonder about the life you lead. Questions naturally arise. What does he do when we're not together? What drives his actions and choices? This aura of mystery is further enhanced when you make a conscious effort to set healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential to maintaining independence because they signal that you respect your time, energy, and values, and expect the same respect from others. By having these boundaries, you subtly communicate that you value your life and won't allow others to easily intrude upon it. This dynamic encourages others, including women, to view you as someone who is worth earning the attention and respect of, rather than someone who is always available or easily won over. Independence is particularly attractive because it challenges the typical relationship dynamic. When you don't constantly seek approval or validation from others, it sets you apart. Women are drawn to men who have a life of their own, a life they want to be a part of rather than someone who molds his life entirely around them. By valuing your own priorities, you allow others the space to invest in you and pursue your attention rather than taking it for granted. This shift in dynamic keeps relationships fresh and prevents either person from feeling overly dependent on the other. Another aspect of cultivating mystery and independence is embracing the idea that not every detail of your life needs to be shared immediately. It's not about hiding who you are, but about pacing the revelations of your personal story and experiences. Each encounter can bring something new to light, creating a natural sense of discovery in your interactions. When you share just enough to keep her interested while still keeping parts of yourself private, you maintain a dynamic where she is eager to learn more over time. This slow unfolding of who you are builds anticipation and allows the relationship to develop at a steady, meaningful pace. Moreover, your independence shows that you are committed to personal growth and self-improvement, regardless of who may or may not be in your life. Whether it's pursuing a new hobby, developing skills in your career, or working on your health and fitness, these pursuits make you someone who is constantly evolving. Such personal dedication is intriguing because it reflects ambition, discipline, and self-respect, qualities that draw others toward you. When you're actively engaged in your own journey, women are more likely to be captivated as they see a man with purpose, a man who isn't merely waiting around but is on a path of growth. Finally, this approach to mystery and independence doesn't mean you're emotionally unavailable or that you avoid intimacy. On the contrary, a strong sense of self makes you more capable of forming a healthy, balanced relationship because you're not relying on anyone else for your happiness or self-worth. By maintaining your independence, you're creating a foundation of respect where both you and your partner can thrive without the weight of dependency or neediness. When you show that you're capable of being alone yet choose to be with her, it feels intentional and meaningful. By living in alignment with your own principles, valuing your independence, and embracing a sense of mystery, you cultivate an attractive energy that draws others toward you naturally. Women, in particular, will find themselves intrigued, wanting to know more about the life you lead and the person you are. This authentic approach fosters respect, attraction, and a sense of curiosity that builds a more profound, lasting connection over time. Chapter 5: Building Desirability Through Personal Development. Desirability is intrinsically linked to the journey of continuous personal development. When you invest in yourself, whether by learning new skills, exploring different hobbies, or focusing on both your physical and mental well-being, you become more compelling and multifaceted. Personal growth keeps life dynamic and refreshing, as it reveals that you're not the type to remain stagnant. A man who is constantly evolving, exploring new avenues, and nurturing his potential is far more captivating than someone who stays in a comfortable, unchanging routine. Women, in particular, are drawn to this type of self-assured ambition, noticing when a man has clear goals and strives to improve continually. The Stoics valued self-improvement as a lifelong pursuit. Philosophers like Seneca spoke about the importance of nurturing one's character and mind, emphasizing that real wealth lies in inner growth and wisdom. This idea is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you're not just enhancing your own quality of life, you're also attracting others in a natural, authentic way. Confidence grows when you know that you're putting effort into your development, and this quiet self-assurance is incredibly attractive. You don't have to announce every milestone or achievement. Simply embodying your growth will make you stand out in any setting. One of the key ways to build desirability through self-development is to engage in activities that bring you personal joy and fulfillment. Whether it's going to the gym, reading books, learning a new language, joining social groups, or even participating in a creative project, these pursuits show that you're a man with a life rich in interests and experiences. When you cultivate a vibrant life for yourself, you present an image of someone who is passionate, driven, and filled with potential. This naturally sparks curiosity in others, making them want to be a part of your journey and learn more about what makes you tick. Furthermore, focusing on your physical and mental health is crucial to this development process. When you invest in your physical health through regular exercise, healthy eating, and self-care, you not only feel better but also exude a more positive and energetic vibe. This dedication to taking care of yourself is attractive because it shows self-discipline and a respect for your own well-being. Likewise, taking the time to cultivate your mental health through mindfulness, reflection, or continuous learning builds resilience and emotional strength. These qualities make you stand out as they signal that you're stable, capable, and equipped to face challenges, which are all traits others find deeply appealing. Additionally, embracing growth in the realm of emotional intelligence is another powerful way to enhance desirability. Being able to understand, manage, and express your emotions appropriately, while empathizing with others, doesn't just improve your relationships, but also makes you more well-rounded as an individual. Emotional intelligence is less common than one might think, and it's a quality that women, in particular, find highly attractive because it signifies maturity and self-awareness. When you can communicate effectively, listen attentively, and respond thoughtfully, you lay the foundation for strong, meaningful connections. Finally, building desirability through self-development also means embracing a strong sense of purpose. Purpose gives depth and meaning to life, propelling you forward even when times get tough. It could be a career goal, a passion project, or a personal mission. Whatever it is, having something to strive for beyond immediate gratification adds a compelling dimension to your character. A man who lives with purpose and clarity doesn't need to rely on superficial means to impress others. His ambition and dedication speak for themselves. This sense of purpose, paired with a commitment to self-improvement, shows that you are pursuing goals and ideals that extend beyond the surface, making you far more intriguing and desirable to others. Ultimately, when you prioritize your personal development, you cultivate an aura of depth and strength that naturally draws others in. People are attracted to those who are genuinely invested in their own happiness, growth, and fulfillment. Instead of seeking approval or validation, focus on developing yourself for your own sake. You'll find that as you become more fulfilled and self-assured, others will be naturally drawn to the life you've created. Chapter 6: Strategies for Mastering the Art of Unavailability. Being selectively available is an art that takes intentional practice and self-discipline. This isn't about ignoring her or engaging in manipulative mind games. Rather, it's about choosing quality over quantity in your interactions. When you're busy and committed to your own pursuits, but make time for special moments with her, it builds a sense of anticipation and intrigue. She begins to understand that when you do engage, it's because you truly want to be present, and this level of intentionality makes your time together feel valuable and genuinely worth her attention. One practical way to implement this approach is by allowing some time to pass before responding to messages or calls. This isn't about ghosting or ignoring, but rather about communicating, subtly yet effectively, that your time has its own worth. When you don't feel the need to respond immediately, you signal confidence and self-assuredness, qualities that naturally attract others. The Stoics often emphasized the importance of being deliberate with one's actions, of ensuring that each move has purpose and reflects one's values. In relationships, this translates to a balanced approach where you show genuine interest without becoming overly available, letting her recognize that your life has a rhythm and flow independent of any relationship. Practicing selective availability requires a clear focus on your priorities and goals, which helps you avoid the trap of overindulging in any single connection. For example, rather than dropping everything to accommodate her schedule, prioritize activities that align with your personal growth, career, friendships, or hobbies. When you show that you value your time and energy, she'll come to see that time spent with you is earned, not taken for granted. This approach deepens her appreciation for your presence and naturally motivates her to reciprocate with more investment and attention. This concept of selective availability can also extend to how much you share about your personal life and emotions. By revealing pieces of yourself gradually, you add layers to the connection, making each encounter feel meaningful and unique. This pacing lets her anticipate the moments when you do share your thoughts and feelings, increasing their impact. It's not about withholding, it's about allowing the relationship to unfold organically and respecting the value of pacing. As you build trust and intimacy slowly, she feels she's truly getting to know you layer by layer, which strengthens her emotional connection. Another key component to mastering this art is having clear boundaries that you maintain consistently. When you set aside time for personal projects, self-care, or even just moments of solitude, you demonstrate self-respect, which is essential in any healthy relationship. She will respect you more for having boundaries because it signals that you're not dependent on external validation. Instead, you're centered within yourself and confident in your choices. This kind of confidence and clarity is magnetic. It attracts those who are truly interested in you for who you are, not just for how often you're available. By embodying this balance, you create a space where she has to put effort into reaching out and engaging. The result is a natural push and pull that keeps the relationship dynamic and engaging. When she realizes that your time and attention aren't endlessly available, she's more likely to cherish each moment she spends with you. This cultivates a sense of curiosity and desire to invest in the relationship as she starts to see the value in pursuing you instead of passively receiving your attention. Over time, this strategy not only strengthens her desire, but also establishes a pattern where she feels more invested in making the relationship work. She begins to appreciate that your focus on yourself isn't a sign of neglect, but a display of strength, independence, and a well-rounded life. As she realizes that you won't sacrifice your priorities at every turn, she's likely to respect you more deeply and recognize that the moments you spend together are worth cherishing. In the end, this approach encourages a healthy dynamic in which both of you are actively contributing to the relationship. She'll begin to value the moments she has with you precisely because they're not guaranteed, and this sense of anticipation naturally encourages her to put in more effort. By being selective, you're not just creating scarcity, you're establishing a foundation of mutual respect where both of you see each other as valuable individuals with unique lives. This, in turn, builds a stronger, more meaningful connection that has the potential to last. Chapter 7: Authenticity and Communication. Finally, while being unavailable and independent is essential, authenticity is what solidifies a true and lasting connection. A man who exudes confidence, mystery, and independence but lacks sincerity often appears as nothing more than a facade, which quickly becomes evident. Women, like most people, deeply value genuine connection, and such bonds are built on a foundation of honesty and open communication. Authenticity doesn't mean you need to bare your soul at every opportunity or constantly share your innermost thoughts. Rather, it's about choosing moments that truly matter to express yourself with genuine honesty and depth. Stoic philosophy emphasizes staying true to oneself and consistently upholding core virtues like honesty, courage, and integrity. When you approach conversations with this mindset, speaking from a place of sincerity, you foster a sense of respect and mutual understanding. These are the cornerstones of an attraction that not only captivates, but endures. Many men mistakenly believe that to be attractive, they need to maintain a carefully crafted image, avoiding vulnerability in fear of appearing weak or too accessible. But real strength lies in the courage to be open and authentic, especially when it comes to deeper conversations. When you share your thoughts, values, and emotions with integrity, it shows that you are secure enough in who you are to allow someone else to see the real you. This level of honesty resonates on a profound level and builds trust, a vital ingredient in any meaningful relationship. Building desirability isn't about pretending to be someone you're not or putting up a front to impress. It's about fully embracing who you are, enhancing your unique qualities, and remaining unafraid to live according to your values and principles. You are at your most attractive when you're living a life aligned with your beliefs, pursuing growth, and maintaining integrity in all that you do. When you approach relationships with this mindset, you naturally draw in people who appreciate you for the right reasons and who respect your authenticity. Ultimately, genuine attraction is nurtured when you let go of pretenses and bravely express who you are. This approach not only deepens connections, but also reinforces your sense of self-worth. When you build a relationship on a foundation of authenticity, you create a space where both you and your partner can grow together, without the need for masks or personas. It's through this process of genuine connection that long-lasting attraction and respect are fostered, laying the groundwork for a relationship that stands the test of time. These 7 principles, inspired by Stoicism, show that you don't need wealth or flashy displays to make women chase you. By cultivating emotional resilience, confidence, and independence, you naturally become someone worth pursuing. Mastering these elements helps you not only in relationships, but in every aspect of life. Embrace them, and you'll find that the right people are drawn to you for who you truly are.